Hello everyone and welcome to another draft of Crimson WoW, and this time it is a traditional draft, best of 3. I finally got into a high enough ranking that I'm now able to sit on my rank to try to get the top 1200 finish for the limited ladder to get the invite for the next qualifier weekend, which will be draft as the format, and now I can play this traditional draft which doesn't affect the ranking at all. I do like the Hamlet Vanguard as the first pick because then you can just really focus on picking mostly humans. And I like also the Ancient Lambenot, although it is a 2-color card which I probably don't want to pick as my first option. From pack 1, pick 1. And then there's the Sigarda's Imprisonment, which is probably okay, the Celebrant is good common too. But yeah, fine, whatever, I'll take this Vanguard, and if I can pick a number of humans, it's gonna be a pretty good card. Alright, so here someone took a common over these uncommons and over this rare. It probably was something like an upgrade or the black common removal that gives minus 13, minus 13. So my first pick was a green card. But this doesn't really... I'm not taking a green card in here. And I don't think I'm going to take a Vampire Slayer just because it's a human. It's the only... Well, okay, the Innocent Traveler is a human until it becomes a vampire, of course, so... I don't know, maybe I should take the Headless Rider. I'll just ignore the Hamlet Vanguard. They, of course, don't synergize with each other, but this is a fine card. It's a 3-1 that will... when it dies, it will produce a 2-2 token, and of course if you have other zombies it's gonna be slightly better. Okay, 3 packs in a row with Sigarda's Imprisonment. Well, anyway, this is another somewhat maybe weak pack. I'll take the Diecraft Scavenger because I really like the card, and I have already a Headless Rider, and this is also a zombie, which is nice in combination with this rare, but it doesn't need to combine with it. This is just a decent card always, so I'll take this. And don't know about the Hamlet Vanguard. The green maybe isn't that open here, and wow, black is, because there's a Bleed Dry pick number 4 here, and there's also the Restless Bloodseeker, which is a reasonable card. Of course, it does require some life gain stuff to be actually very good one, but yeah, it's easy Bleed Dry here. I have picked like 3 black cards here, and I keep getting them. So there is another Diecraft Scavenger in here, but there's also the Archcall of Thraben. How many zombies? I have only 2, but I mean, I have only 3 creatures here, and one of them is the Hamlet Vanguard. So yeah, my only 2 black creatures are in fact a zombie. So I maybe wouldn't mind having the Scavenger here, but I have a chance to get a deck with many zombies, and this will be very good in that case. So I'll take this, and the Hamlet Vanguard is going to... I was about to say it's going to be cut, but now this pack... What's the pick in here? There's no zombie here, not even a blue zombie. There's no black card here, but blue also has some zombies in this format. So there's a Wolf King Outcast if I really want to still consider the green option. There's a Scattered Thoughts and Wandering Spirit. There's also some nice red here, actually. The Blood Petal Celebrant might be also worth considering here. I think I like it more than the Outcast. The Outcast won't be that great in green-black, so let's just take these and see if black-red would be open. Well, interesting pack, in fact, because there is the Belligerent Quest. There's also a Ceremonial Knife, which will always be playable in, I think, any deck. But there's the Rottide Gargantua. It's a zombie too. I mean, I kind of like the idea to just make a zombie deck and ignore maybe the red here. I like the Belligerent Quest, but maybe it's not that amazing in the end. Okay, now this thing is a zombie. It has like one thing it can return. Any other option? Piesbone, no. The green here, no. White has a couple of options. Let's take the Scarp, just in case I want blue-black zombies would be where I end up being, and I can take the Mindless Gold now. Yeah, fine. And There's a gluttonous quest or a courier bat. Well, I don't... Oh, there's also vampire's vengeance still this late, but I think I'll just... I mean, I'm not sure I'm gonna be red here. I think I like the gluttonous quest here quite a bit. Let's take that. I could be mono black. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually 7 black cards that I'm happy to play each of them. So I could be a mono black deck, and here I'm taking another quest easily here. I'm keeping these red and green and blue cards still here to kind of guide me. If I open like a good rare from one of these colors, I can, you know, go that direction. But if I can be mono black, I think I will be. Well, this pack doesn't have anything for black, so Vampire Slayer or the Flourishing Hunter. I think I like the Flourishing Hunter more, so let's take that. Unhallowed Phalanx. I don't think I'm gonna play that card, even though it's a zombie. I'll take the blue in case I will. And this is a zombie too, by the way, so I could be blue-black still. Or mono-black or something, but whatever I'm gonna be, I need more 2-drops. I have 2 2-drops if I'm red-black, and I have 1 2-drop is if I'm not a red-black, only black something. Okay, there's a monstrosity, fine. Okay, inspired idea, not good. Well, there's a bleed dry, I'm assuming to pick that, but let's see the other options at least. Oh no, actually, yeah, this is the different card. I thought this was the one that draws you cards equal to the number of flyers you have, and then it has the cleave option to count all your creatures. But the cleave option for that card requires also green mana, I think. So this would be a nice card draw spell for 3 mana or for 5 mana if you don't want to reduce your hand size. But I don't know if I'm going to actually be blue-black. I might be, but bleed dry is still maybe the better pick, even if I was. At least this is. I know I'm going to be black for sure, so that makes the pick a little bit more. I mean, it will be useful no matter what. Now there's the Cabot Lancer, but I also could take the Blood Petals Celebrant here. I could still be. Because I'm kind of looking at 2-drops here. My deck needs them. And I could be... I mean, this is actually a fairly weak pack, yeah. I'm not taking the Courier Bat. I'll take the Celebrant. Now there's the Child of the Pack, which is clearly the best card in the pack, but that obviously can't be used in this deck. Being red-green, and I'm being heavily in black. But I'll take this, and I don't mind being red-black if that's what it takes. Another Child of the Pack, alright. There's a Socialite, there's a Stitched Assistant, but I don't actually have that many good cards to actually sacrifice for this exploit stuff. Socialite maybe. I do have a bunch of fours, mostly because of the double bleed dry. Well, there's a Fearful Villager, but maybe it's not what I'm looking at. I have a bunch of 3s, although I should cut maybe the colors I know I won't be playing. But I'll take the Blood-Crazed Socialite for now. Okay, there's a Cemetery Gatekeeper, a mythic rare, which I don't have at all. So I'm gonna take it for my collection. But what would I take otherwise? I think I might still take it. I mean, if nothing else, this is a 2-mana 2-1 first strike, which is not the worst thing ever. But the effect here is it is symmetrical. So you can't just hose your opponent with this. But I can take this, and I could be red-black in case. I mean, because of the 2-drops. Now there's a Mind Leech goal here for a 2-drop, but I think I'm actually gonna be red-black, and I'll take the Magma Pummeler for that reason. Then I have enough 2-drops. Well, not maybe enough, but there's I should be finding a few more 2-drops in this draft still. So I'll take the Pummeler because I quite like it, and now that's the moment when I'm gonna cut the green and the blue here from the deck. For curve reasons, I will be red and black. Now there's a Rich Wolf, but I have no wolves or werewolves, so this would be just a 2-mana 2/2. I'll take the Evolving Wilds instead. Daybreak Combatants, aim for the head. There's also a Dormant Crow. Why is it pick 7? I mean, is this not that as good as I think it is? It feels like that most of the times when an opponent has played this, I have lost or almost lost because of this card. Well, anyway, I'll take them. I could take the competence, but I don't need a 3-drop here. I'll take the aim for the head because this is a best of 3 draft, so this as a sideboard card will definitely be useful. And now I get something sweet to sacrifice for. Well, I guess I have only two cards with exploit, but it's still fine. Alright, so here, bloody betrayal. No, 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 no. I'll take the aim for the head here for another sideboard card. And there's a belligerent quest which I think I will be playing. Okay, Child of the Pack coming back here. Pretty weird stuff. Well, I'm not playing that card. I'll just take the red one here. Flame Breather, Ancestral Anger, Fearful Villager. Unlikely to play any of these. Really unlikely to play any of these. I'll take the Anger because if I find like a couple of more of those in pack 3 for some reason, I might play them. Okay, I got a couple of actually playable 4-drops, but I'm not sure if I need all those 4-drops. Okay, well this pack is rather easy. Hero's Downfall, Quality Removal. And there's Alluring Suitor, there's also a Gift of Fangs and Arch Goal of Traben. I have 5 zombies, so not a lot of zombies for these things, but I might take this if it wheels. If it comes, yeah, so it comes to me back at pick number 9. But now, of course, Hero's Downfall is the only reasonable pick because it's such a good card. Change of Fortune, not really a good one. But what is? I could still take... Oh, wow, this is actually a 3rd Child of the Pack I see in this draft. But anyway, not going to take that. Mighty Leech Goal. I have 20 cards here, and I think I could play all of these. Maybe... Or not... Well, I guess I could play all these 4-drops still, too. But yeah, let's figure it out. Mighty Leech Goal. Just don't think I'm gonna take that. I'll take the Evolving Wilds. That is, I think, just the best pick because these other uncolored cards, like the Sanguine Statuette, no, these are not important. I'll take the Evolving Wilds there. Now I can take the Vampire's Vengeance, which I didn't pick earlier. Probably makes sense. The other option is like a... Well, there's the Blood Petal Celebrant, but how many of my guys died to that thing? Well, some of them will. No, this is a vampire too, so maybe not that many. Yeah, I'll take the Vengeance. I'll take it. Shattered Sanctum, well, it doesn't work for these colors, but there's a Flame Blessed Bolt, which I'm gonna take here. Rather easy pick, actually, over the other options here. Okay, and yeah, there's a Ragged Recluse. I don't know if I have that many blood token generating, but I have some amount of that, so... Sure, let's pick it. Graph Reaver. Huh. The exploit is useless in limited, but I guess it's the only card I could consider playing here. I can sideboard it out if I don't want to have a 2-mana 3/3 that hurts me each turn, because this will be good against some decks for sure. Okay, now this is an interesting one, because, well, I don't need a 3rd wolf, lightning wolf here, but Gift of Fangs and Curse of Hospitality. I do like the Curse of Hospitality, especially in best of 3, because I can sideboard it out if it is too clumsy and too slow. Gift of Fangs is fine, but I have some removal here, so I try this rare now. And here a Doomed Dissenter, or oh, there's another Vampire's Vengeance. Now this would be nice as a sideboard card. I think, given that I need to make some cuts already, and I don't have that much exploit for this thing. I'll take the Vengeance, but I think I will put the second one to my sideboard. It's possible. I don't really care about it against some decks, and I can see myself sideboarding out the first one too. Anyway, here I think I'll take the Arch Goal over the Gift of Fangs. I have some number of zombies. Not a lot, but some number. And here, Mighty Leech Goal. Well, that's another zombie too. Yeah, I'll take that. And well, I have 27 non-land cards here. Some cuts will be needed. I need to make some cuts, but I guess one of the Lightning Wolves can go easily away. I don't know if I need the Fearful Villager, probably not. Those will be cut, and then again cut like one of these gluttonous quests, I guess. And here I have, Oh, I don't need a fourth of these. I'll take another belligerent quest. I will see how many of those I'm gonna play. Okay, Pious Spawn can be played main deck or sideboard. Let's see if I have room for it. And then a couple of more cards. I won't be playing these. And the final card will be Bride's Gown. Okay, so I will have one main deck Vampire's Vengeance, one in the sideboard, and then I can either leave it as one in the main deck, or I can sideboard into two of these, or I can sideboard the one out if it feels like this is not gonna do much. And yeah, nothing else in the sideboard is interesting, so let's cut the lands for now, and then I will make some cuts in here. What should that be? The pummeler is like a 5 or 6 drop, hopefully most of the time. I like the socialite more than the lightning wolf. I think I can cut one of the 4 mana cards, and then I said I will be cutting the fearful villager, and I think one of the gluttonous quests. How many zombies it is now? That is 8. I kind of don't want to cut the zombies because of the article. Oh, and this is also a zombie. I kind of didn't realize that bit, that it does synergize with these, so it's actually quite fine. So this works on any zombie, even on a zombie token, which helps with the doomed dissenters token, and of course the token this thing generates. Well, I think this seems like a 17 land deck. And I wanna try the Curse of Hospitality. It's a card you could cut, because it's sometimes not that great, but I wanna try it in the main deck. I will sideboard it out against some other very aggressive decks, against which I can't play a 3 mana card that doesn't affect the board at all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 2-drops. I suppose I could cut one. And the question is, how many ways do I have to generate a blood token? Because the Ragged Recluse isn't very good if you don't have ways to discard cards. And I don't actually think I have that many. I have some, but not a lot. So I think the Recluse is gonna go away, because it will mostly be a 2 mana 2/1, so not really good. And I have enough 2-drops here. I wanna play the golds because of the slight zombie synergy I have in here. And then I think I can just cut the gluttonous quest too. Looking at my curve here, I think a 3-drop is still something I could cut, and the 1/4/4/3 isn't that good against all the decks. It could be very good against some aggressive decks, and I can of course sideboard those in that case. But now I will cut both of them, and then that leaves me one cut to be made. I like all the cards, even the Pious Spawn, and I think I want to play 17 lands. It does feel like it. I have a bunch of double casters here. They are mostly black though, but I have 2 evolving wilds, so it shouldn't be a big problem to cast my double casters. What's the final card if I want to play 17 lands? It still could be one of the 4-drops. It could be the Pious Spawn, but I just think I will want to play that. I mean, the Curse of Hospitality probably might be the thing that I should cut, but I just want to try how good it is. It might be very good. I guess one Mind Lich Goal could go away. I don't have a lot of synergy for the exploit, and I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. I would have 6 2-drops and the Flame Blessed Bolt for a kind of an early turn plays. I miss a bit of the zombie synergy, because this thing wants a lot of my cards to be zombie creatures. But it still can, put the card in the graveyard. So if it's a really bad card you don't want to draw, you can still, remove it from the top of your deck. So this does something even if it's not a zombie that you reveal. I mean, not a zombie you look at. Yeah, because this often might just be a 2 mana 2/2. I don't need that. I will cut one Mind Lich Gold. That leaves me still 7 zombie creatures in the deck. So this can hit if I'm slightly lucky. Alright, so that is it. Evolving Wilds, 2 of those, and then it's gonna be, because of the black double casters, it's gonna be 8 swamps and 7 mountains. And that is the deck, I think. Yep. Okay, on the play, 0 land hand with a 17 land deck. Okay, mulligan that. Alright, this is fine. But what is the cut? I have a nice 2, 3, 4 here, so I'm not gonna cut a land. I might miss my 3-drop. Because I might have a tapped land also on turn 3. I'm gonna have the 2 and 3 drops. So it's gonna be the Magma Pummeler or the Lightning Wolf. One of those. I think it's gonna be the Pummeler. It's gonna be better at a higher mana count. So, yeah, let's do this. Get the swamp right away. Oh, opponent has 39 cards in the deck and 8 cards in their hand. So that means they're playing 47 card deck. That's best of 3 for you. Okay, so I had to pause there because opponent went to the timeout there, but finally they played their land and passed the turn. I'll just play the Celebrant here. And if I don't draw a land next turn, I can just play this. I'm probably not gonna use the exploit here. Yeah, this first track attacker will be quite good. And now I even drew a land here, so I can play my Belligerent Quest now. They're gonna upgrade into a 2/2 token, which is completely fine. The quest can be blocked by a 2/2, but at least I get a blood token as a result because it has trample. Different lands. Now this is some twisted mind here in action. Who can play different kind of basic lands? Okay, they are thinking about their plays. Distracting Geist. Not the most threatening card. Oh, they are gonna choose Raising. I guess they wanna just block with this. And then they can have the 5 mana step cost. I don't get why this step cost has to be 5. This seems very, very bad uncommon. Anyway, I will still do the trade here because I will get a blood token. And conveniently drew a land here for the wolf now. Trample a couple of points of damage. And this can get my second swamp because I have a lot of double caster black spells in the deck. The Mind Leech goal exploit is more interesting if your opponent would have just like a couple of, if they have like 1 or 2 cards in the hand, it's nice to make them exile one of them, but it's not so great when they have 4 cards in hand. But it will be great now that I have the Doom Dissenter, so this is actually a perfect turn. I'll just give first strike to this thing. That leaves me black mana. I can play the Dissenter now, play the Evolving Wilds, get my second black, and next turn I can exploit the Dissenter. Pretty fantastic stuff. I will attack with both, of course. Both have first strike, so they can't kill the wolf, and they can kill this by double blocking, in which case this would trade with the Sealed Basher, which would be pretty fantastic. So they're taking 6 damage or losing a creature or making a bad trade. All those things sound very good for me. They choose to double block? No, they take the 6. They realize they have no good block options here. The Dissenter goes there. I'll get this one right away so I don't accidentally take my turn without using the evolving wilds there. And I can take 6 damage, they can attack with both. I'm of course not gonna jump block with this thing because I need the body for the exploit for the Mind Lich goal. Also, this thing is threatening to be a 4-power first striker against their 10 life here, so they can't be too aggressive here. They need to have a good blocker for the Lightning Wolf. But if they'll have like a 5 toughness blocker, that could be bad. Okay, that's not... Okay, that's a good set of drops. And these 2 uncommons are rather good. I won't be jumping there. And they do have the 5 mana. Oh, that's gonna be great. But yeah, they have the Distracting Geist here, so they can continue the aggression. Now, I'm going to attack with... Because yeah, I can't... What I can't do is play both of these cards. I don't need the first strike here. I can just attack without first strike, and then of course if they double block, I can get them with the bleed dry. So I could bleed dry the Markov Purifier and then attack for 6, but then I couldn't do anything else. I think that this turn I'm gonna have to Might Lich goal. So I'm gonna only attack with this Lightning Wolf. Of course if they do double block I will use the bleed dry, but I expect them to take just 4 damage here. Okay, they... What is this? That seems rather odd. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I can double block the 2-3 perhaps. This is the, I mean, the fact is of course that this costs more mana, so optimal use of mana would be to play the bleed dry, but I'm not even sure who am I gonna want to target with it. So I'm gonna play this and make them exile one of the 2 cards they have in their hand. Let's see what's it gonna be. And it doesn't seem like an obvious decision they are thinking about which it is gonna be. But they have only 8 power here, so and I have 3 blockers, so even if they use the clever distraction, I can block some of that stuff. So they won't be winning me on the next turn. I don't think. But this thing has lifelink, so I think I have to block this with several of my guys. Because if it attacks, they also can get a card draw by 2 mana with 2 mana. But now they're really using the time to figure out which of these 2 cards they don't want to have. They have to exile either of those. Or one of those, I mean. Well, just... Okay, they did exile this 4 mana 1-3. Wait a minute. This thing. Okay. Fine. I guess. Now let's see how they attack, because this is an important thing. They can attack for 4 if they use 1 mana to make this indestructible. But I will take the 4, but if they attack with like everyone, and they do, so that means some weird stuff maybe. How do I do it? Could be a pump spell, could be a bunch of things actually. This has only first strike on attack. Well, guess I'll just do like this and see what they're gonna have. See what they are gonna have here. They could remove one of these. I guess I could have triple blocked the Markov Purifier, but if they have a pump spell, don't like it too much. I mean, the pump spell that gives them indestructible, I was actually gonna say that, but now they gain 4 life. This thing survives, and then they can draw a card with the Purifier, and I lost a bunch of my stuff here. And I have only the wolf here. So, yeah, actually, I might lose now. Vampire's Vengeance though kills now that thing in there. It's just that they can play the Distracting Geist, which is sort of a problem. They might... how do I do it? I'm actually gonna just do like this. I think I need to gamble a bit. I don't want them to draw any more cards, and I can't block that Sealed Basher, and I can kill the Sealed Basher with the Vampire's Vengeance. But they do have a lot of cards. Maybe if I'm lucky, they will draw another. They will play another up to 2 toughness creature, which is not a vampire. Well, this thing is a vampire, so that's not good. That won't get dealt damage by the Vampire's Vengeance. And they will also get to grow this guy. I hope they go for this Distracting Geist on the Sealed Basher. That would be great, but I think they just want to give a counter on this thing using 5 mana that way. They don't need the Distracting Geist for any reason right now. I have no blockers even here. So I think what they should do is attack with 4 and either play the remaining. Okay, they have... I'm very happy they chose to play it on the Officiant. It's kind of fine. I mean, why wouldn't they just use 5 mana to give a counter on this thing instead and use this when they have actually something to... When they actually have something to cut... to tap, I mean. Well, I'm not gonna be able to block it because of a couple of reasons. They can play the Distracting Geist and then tap my blocker, or they can just give it a counter and make it a 3/5. So I will attack now and then play the Vampire's Vengeance. Maybe in response to the... Yeah, I'm not gonna play anything right now. Of course, if they draw a pump spell, but there's like a very small chance they're gonna use the Distracting Geist. I guess there's like no chance. Okay, maybe. Well, at least they just drew a land, so I'm gonna be able to kill the Shield Basher here. So them using the Geist on the Shield Basher now would be very weird. No, they used it, but on the other guy. But that's actually good for me because they can't now add a counter to that thing. I'll just do this now, whatever. Save some time. They can attack me to 2, but I need a creature actually. Oh, it has vigilance, but it can't block this. Oh, here, whatever. I can do this. I can work with this. Now what a draw. What a draw. So now they are in the ropes. But yeah, I would have needed 2 blockers on it because it has the annoying ability. Okay, they have to jump block with that. They have to jump block with that. I will give this thing a first strike. Yeah, don't sacrifice it. That makes no sense. I don't have a Planeswalker and you need a blocker, so maybe just... I can still lose because if they have a Diecraft Scavenger in their deck, they can drain me for 2 and that's it. I haven't used these because I have all the... I mean, I haven't drawn any extra lands and nothing else that I would want to discard. It's quite funny actually. Undead Butler mills them, but this is this is fine because I will... If they would have gotten some kind of an aura with this there, but now of course I will just win. Yeah, but yeah, they had an empty hand. So let's say if they had some kind of an aura, I still don't think they could have had anything that... Well, maybe some rare. The Cuttil does whatever thing that gives flying and lifelink and all that. They could have maybe had that, but they didn't, so... So how do I battle against this black and white deck? I don't know why they're playing 47 cards, because they have some good cards and some less impressive cards. I assume they would wanna maybe draw the cards like Panicked Bystander as often as possible, and that would be more likely if they have just 40 cards in their deck. I don't really know what is the kind of sideboarding plan against that deck. Aim for the head, can exile zombies, but there's not a lot of build. There's the 3/3, there's the 5/4 zombie kraken. I didn't even realize it's a kraken. Okay, well that's funny. Are there zombies? This is a human rogue when it transforms. This okay, that creates a zombie. I could play like 1 aim for the head. It has also the option to make them exile 2 cards from their hand, What would I cut in that case though? The Vampire's Vengeance actually doesn't look too good here. It has something it can kill, but also a bunch of stuff I don't care about. So I think I will, in fact, cut the Vampire's Vengeance and I will try to aim for the head now. And I don't think I will play any other. I don't make any other change here. No, this is fine. Do they still have the deck size of 47? Yes, they do. Alright, so a reasonable hand here. I can play the Curse on turn 3 and see if that does something. Creatures attacking the internet player have trample. They mulligan. I will keep this, of course. So trample and death touch, of course, has nice synergy. So unless they double block this guy, I will get a curse trigger with it. Okay, now that's easy. Now that I drew the mountain, so I can get a swamp for the double black, and every mana issues shouldn't be happening now unless I like a flood extremely. But now I can go 2-drop. 3-drop that doesn't affect the board but will be useful anyway. And then I will of course have a nice 4-drop, have the bleed dry if I need it. Okay, they have the Diecraft Reaver there, which I won't be able to block right now. I guess I'll have to... Oh, well, there's that. Well, instead of the Curse of Hospitality, I will use the Hero's Downfall. Anyway, let's do this. It will exile a... do I have to? Yeah, actually, this has a drawback. I mean, it can be a drawback or a benefit, but I have to exile the Evolving Wilds here now. Well, I'm not gonna miss my drop. We both will be losing 2 life whenever we play a land. Whenever a player plays a land or cast a spell that shares the type, it will be 2 damage lost. 2 damage dealt to them. Alright, so not great necessarily. And now, especially when they have the Kindly Ancestor there, it's really not that fantastic at all. Ouch. Yeah, it's definitely not great, but I can bleed dry this thing and I can kill this with the Hero's Downfall. Now they could have though the annoying +2/+2 and indestructible, which means that I'm not gonna make them. I mean, I could make them ping themselves for 1, but if they have it, they can counter basically their downfall, and that would be my loss. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, and then maybe have the bleed dry on the next turn. Although I can just have the scavenger too. Okay, they have a menace creature. That's not nice. Well, that's really not nice at all. Okay, Flame Blessed Bolt. Well, with first strike it is actually quite good. But problem is, I can't play this though. Okay, so what I can do, I can hurt myself. And then I can play the Scavenger, but darn, this menace will be really bad. I actually want this thing to die. I want it to die, but it's not gonna die yet. This also starts getting counters. Yeah, exiling the Evolving Wilds here was really bad, especially with the lifelink they have available. Okay, so I think it's gonna be... Problem is they're gonna make this into a 5/5. I'm gonna go down to 5. If I play the Bleed Dry, I don't lose quite that much. I guess I can double block it. Okay, fine, I'll do this. Drain them. So I will double block maybe the Socialite. I just need to stabilize, and then I can use the Flame Blessed Bolt on the Grief Rider, I think. Or I can take the 5. No, it's not. I mean, this would be the final blood token. Because if they don't sacrifice... Oh, they choose to draw a card instead. This is good for me. They have the Distracting Geist, but I can eliminate that creature that is holding that. Okay, they actually choose this line. Why would they... I mean, I can first of all just kill the kindly ancestor for free. Wow. And I can double block the socialite. But I think I'll kill this thing for free here now. They will get the enchantment, but that's not such a big deal. Do I want to play a land? I guess I might if I want to play both the Bleed Dry and the Flame Blessed Bolt. But yeah, I think I have to do it. I'll go to 7. I go to 7, fine. And I use these removal spells. Depending on what they choose to do. I would assume they might use the... Oh, but if they don't have a land drop though, they're not going to use the Distracting Geist. Because it costs 5 and they have only 4 mana available. I will exile 2 cards. That's a bit annoying because I would have wanted to use the Curse of Hospitality, but how can I... How can I... Well, it's gonna be resolving, yeah. So the Blood Petal Celebrant goes away. If I exile one of the removal spells... No, I need to kill the Flyer and I need to kill the Menace guy, I think. That's really annoying. It's also rather weird that they didn't use it to kill the Scavenger, which is a zombie. Fine, Curse of Hospitality and the Blood Petal Celebrant. I don't like that at all. I really wanted to, because I thought that with the Curse of Hospitality I will actually win the game then. But it's not gonna happen now. Do these, and I think I will actually... Because this thing can get the counters, it's kinda annoying. I could just double block here. They can kill only one of them. Oh, but they're gonna kill only the... Well, I like these a lot. Why would they do that? I'm gonna use this only when they play one of that stuff. Okay, there's the Archgirl of Traben. So I'm gonna play this now. Not gonna attack though. I don't need to deal 2 here. Yeah, I don't think they wanted to trade the Blood-Crazed Socialite on my Cemetery Gatekeeper. There's a Purifier here, okay. Need to kill that before it becomes a problem. And Belligerent Quest. I guess I'll just do all this. I don't need to keep up mana up for the Bleed Dry. No, I haven't drawn a lot of lands in... I definitely... It was quite lucky to not draw any lands after having to exile those cards. I'm still having a lot of spells here to cast. So now they have access to 5 mana. They have the Clever Distraction on there, but they don't have an attack. A good attack, I mean. Aim for the head. Not a zombie, not a zombie. So I could make them exile the final card from their hand. Is that worth it? I'm going to attack with these to generate a blood token. I guess they can't block too. I'm not going to use the blame for the head, I don't think. I know they have a spell in their hand, but I want to keep now mana up for the Bleed Dry. I think that is important. Are they going to block with the Markov Purifier? Nope, they are not. Okay. Now they have a lifelink on there, but it's not great because Wedding invitation. Okay, they get to draw a card, be my guest. They're gonna use this to make some of the target creature can't be blocked. So they can use that on the Markov Purifier. Draw a card. To draw a card. I kind of want to kill the Officiant though, because I guess they can use it on the Officiant too, but yeah, I think I need to kill this because it just starts getting counters. That's really, really not great. So they can get one card. It's fine. It is fine. Don't think they want to attack now. I mean, if they did go for the... I'm actually quite sad they didn't go for the wedding invitation, because they would have ended up with 2 cards in their hand. I would have been able to make them exile them. But now it's time to kill this thing. Draw a card. And then decide on... I guess I will force them to use the wedding invitation. I will attack with the 3 power guys. Get another blood token here. Unless they wanna block. But they could have an adamant will. Yeah, that's what they can have. No, they have nothing there. Okay, I'm not understanding what's going on now. Why would they not... Why wouldn't they block the thing that can generate me blood tokens? Okay, that will go to my graveyard. I don't need that. Take action. And then I guess I will... Do I have a double caster black for 3 mana? I don't, so I can do this and this. And now it's interesting. I might... let's see what I draw. If it's a useless card I can't cast, or just a land, I will simply make them exile the final card from their hand, because it's not a land. I know it's a spell, so let's get rid of the spell. Unless it's a 2 mana spell. So it was a what was it? Wait a second. It was a Mind Leech Goal. Alright. Not gonna play these because I might wanna have the treasure tokens, not treasure, blood tokens. Okay, well, they will get value out of this, but I will get a blood token. Oh, Pious Pawn. Well, that's interesting. Wow. So the Evolving Wilds would have been better to be on the battlefield. So now the question is, am I gonna discard this to draw a card? Because I won't be playing this. Yeah, I think I'll do it. So if it's an untapped land, I can still play the Pious Pawn on the next turn. If it's a spell, I most likely will be able to cast it. So it's better to discard it to draw a card. Okay, well this is gonna be good. I'll just let them attack if they want to, and I will bleed it dry. It will also get exiled, so they won't even get the trigger out of it. They make it unblockable. Well, okay, I guess I could take the... Okay, it's so good that they do this pre-combat. They didn't need to play that thing pre-combat. I mean, this why would they make this unblockable? I didn't even have a blocker here. So now that they have the Innocent Traveler, I'm definitely going to just kill that thing and take 3 damage. Can I lose somehow? No, this is only 3 power, so can they have a kill on... No, they can't. By the way, they're also gonna go to 3 here, so if they kill the Pious Pawn with non-exile effect, they're gonna lose the game. If they exile it, they can only attack for 3. Can they make this a flyer that hits for more than 3? I mean, if there's a thing that keeps this thing flying... Okay, well, anyway, that's not... That's going to be... I guess they can jump block the Pious Pawn and block the Belligerent quest. And take 2 from the Scavenger. and still survive one more turn. So Archgoal blocks the Pious Bone, Officent blocks the Belligerent quest, and they take 2, going to 1, and I have still 3 creatures in here. They have the trigger from the Thraben thing, but let's see what if they find anything that makes sense. If that is a zombie and then they draw something else good. Okay, it was a zombie, so now they can play that, but it's just a 1/2. And this was a land, so now, yeah, okay. Now I will win, unless they have like a very insane disturb thing. Okay. Yeah, this is nice. Nice hand, actually. I can kill the 1 or 2 drop. And then I can go... Oh, actually, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 drops. Wow. Okay, I can't kill that because that makes my Flame Blessed Bolt slightly more expensive. But I can now block the Thalia here. With a 3/3. That is annoying. I think I need to use the Flame Blessed Bolt to get rid of the Gluttonous Quest. Do I need... No, the Headless Rider makes no sense currently because it can't... It doesn't do anything against the first strike thing here. So let's just attack here. Shall we not? They choose not to block. Interesting. That's fine though, because now I can play... Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill the Thalia and then I can maybe use the Bleed Dry on the Gluttonous Quest. I wouldn't be bothered by the Gluttonous Quest otherwise, but this thing pings me for 1 each turn and this can always block it. The other option is to play the Headless Rider, which is really bad against the 1/4 and the 2/1 first striker, and I could play the Mind Leech Goal, but that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense either. I guess I could eat the Graph Reaver at some point, but I would draw first. Yeah, I guess I can have this on the battlefield and then use the Mind Leech Goal. And I will get a zombie token, because I will sacrifice a zombie for it, whether it's gonna be this or the goal itself. Okay, I'll do this. I'll do this for now. Let's get more information before I commit on using my removal. I can just take, 3 damage here, no big deal. I don't think they're gonna attack with the quest. Okay, well that's a great thing that they had the Cicada's imprisonment on there, and now I can use the flame, the Mindless Goal on there. So can I use it this turn or some later turn? I'll use it right away. They exile one of their cards. I got a 2/2 zombie token, and I can still use the Flame Blessed Bolt to kill the Thalia, perhaps. Or just the Gluttonous Quest. But I guess if they don't attack with the Thalia, it will block all of these stuff, so I will at least try to kill Thalia now with the Bolt. But did they exile a land, so not such a big deal for them. But I suppose with the Blood Token, a land is useful as well. Yeah, the Headless Rider with the Mindless Goal is okay, because I can even sacrifice the goal itself to the exploitability, and then the Headless Rider will give me a token, and they have to still exile a card from their hand. Okay, there's something I actually also want to Flame Blessed Bolt because I prefer exiling the 2/2 here. Problem, of course, is that okay, so how do I do it? Problem is that the first striker makes all of my attacks, impossible. So I can kill the first striker still and attack with these 2/2s. They might trade with one of them, and then I can exile the thing that's gonna get the aura on them. So I think I will kill the Thalia here, or at least try to kill. They might have a pump spell that will save it. That didn't happen. Okay, now this is nice. I played this before I attack with my zombies, and now I can attack for. I still won't attack with the rider, of course, because they can just eat it with the 1/4. But this is fine. If they block with infantry, I get some value at least. And now, of course, I hope they make the Gluttonous quest into a 3/6, and I can just exile it with this thing. Okay, they chose not to. I wanted to play the land here, even though I have some blood tokens coming up. 5 lands is not a lot. They chose to take the 2 here. They didn't want to give any value from the arch goal of Thraben here. Okay, they wanted to play land number 6. Why? Why didn't they discard the land for the Mark of Purifier? I don't understand that. Okay, so now it's going to be just a Bloodcrest Socialite, I think. The Purifier will also... I guess I need to kill the Purifier with the Bleed Dry. I don't know though. Kinda don't want to do that. But they can get a life point from the Gluttonous quest. Yeah, that's I guess I have to just allow them to get a card from the Purifier. I think that just has to happen. So let them do that then. Because if I use the Bleed Dry and the Purifier, I might be in trouble with the Drogskull armaments enchanting something like the 3. Okay, wow, they chose to not. What the heck? Why would they discard a Traveling Minister when that can give them an extra card with the Mark of Purifier? That was a weird thing. Now they will get an extra card from this, of course, now, but wow. So anyway, the point is that I kind of want to use the Bleed Dry only after they have used the Drogskull infantry. Okay, that will not be able to attack. So let's just get a land to play the Pious Bone or this thing, I suppose. Doesn't do anything. Yeah, this board is actually gonna completely make my board bad. So this is not really important. I will just discard it. 2/1 first strike is so bad here. And I don't care about the other ability either. So now this land will be something I can use. There's no attack here because, yeah, I'm kind of sad they did not block with the Drogskull infantry. Because I need to kill the thing they're gonna use with this aura. But I guess on the next turn I have the Pious Bone and then things will be better. They can exile the Socialite for 5 mana and get a blood token, but so be it. Oh, that I like a lot. They might have a Adamant Will. Anyway, whether they do have it or not, I have the Bleed Dry in a response. So past the blockers, let's do it like this. It's fine, even if they just trade with the Arch Goal of Thraben. But I assume they have a trick here. So if they just trade with the Arch Goal, that is completely fine. I get a 2/2 token and steal the trigger from here. Let's see what's the top card. I will put that to my graveyard. Don't need a swamp here. And now they lost their card drawing. Oh, now I understand. That makes sense. That makes, of course, all the sense, but I'll at least get to play my Pie Spawn. I still don't want to use the Bleed Drive because it doesn't really... I mean, now that they have the 2-3 again, it might be a bit different if they didn't have that 2-3 now on this turn. Then I could attack with a bunch of guys. But no. They don't have mana for that, gladly. So I'm going to play the Pyrus Pawn. Yeah, the 1-4 blocks the attacks very efficiently. And I guess the 2-3 too. If they didn't have the 2-3, I could have attacked with the 2-2s. Okay, now they go. No, they don't go. They just attack with the flyer. But now they have to think what to do to the Pie Spawn. They exile that thing. Get a blood token, and now I can attack for 6. I know I can just exile this thing, but it doesn't make any sense because the things that can block my stuff now here are the 1-4 and 2-3. Okay. That I don't mind seeing at all. Finally I get to use my Bleed Drive. I won't be playing those lands because I can generate some blood tokens in this deck. That'll probably enchant the Courier Bat, but I kind of want to kill the bat anyway, so it's fine. Oh, they are not gonna enchant anything, so they have something else to play. Well, in that case I won't have a kill spell in here. I guess I might have wanted to play the land in the... Oh, come on. That's maybe not that bad because... Oh, but it is bad because they get to draw a card. Oh yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. But I mean, anyway, if they block the Pie Spawn, I get to kill the Purifier, for instance. But yeah, them drawing all these cards, the Purifier has done an unknowingly amount of damage. Well, damage to me in the sense that the opponent has a lot of free cards there. They are still at 20. I mean, the life gain there is not nice at all. Man, this zombie stuff here is not doing a lot. Not doing a lot at all. I will thin my deck here with this Evolving Wilds. But yeah, maybe, I mean, I was thinking about... I mean, I didn't play either of these two lands, so if I drew like a 4-mana spell this turn, I wouldn't have been able to play that and the Bleed Drive. Which would have been possible if I chose to play one of these lands on the earlier turn. Anyway, let's take this thing and... Well, the flyer is gonna... And they get... I mean, yeah, the blood token is also annoying because they get another card draw from the Purifier thanks to the combination with the Gluttonous Quest and I mean, I guess I could kill the Purifier at the end of their... But no, I mean... It doesn't make any sense now, does it? I need to use the Bleed Dry on the flyer. I guess I hope... Yeah, well, this is good. At least that's something I get to finally use the Bleed Dry here now. I need to kill the flyer, of course. But they will get another card now, which is really annoying. But I guess they stop having attacks, but problem is that more lifelink. Man, they have... Oh, they chose to actually play this overdrawing a card. I think that's a mistake. That seems a very big mistake. They should have just drawn a card. They jump with that thing. Oh, that will transform the Desperate Farmer, but they don't have a good ground attack. Let's thin the deck more. I just keep drawing these lands for some reason. I have 4 lands left in the deck and 14 spells. Okay, that's funny. I really have 4 lands only. You saw it. Okay, with that thing I will be blocking... Well, I'm assuming this is not gonna work, but... Let's use their spells. The Mind Lich Goal will become a into... Oh, that did work. Now they still get to draw a card, which is annoying, of course, but at least I got rid of that, and my Mind Lich Goal became a 2/2 token here. Yeah, they have a life. Do they have more than one Marco Purifier? Because it seems like a lot of their stuff works because of the Purifier. Please no other bat. A bat would be nasty. this bat here. I mean, that's where is it? Courier bat. Okay, they have an exploit on the kindly ancestor, of course. Wow, that's really good stuff. But I guess they just can't block the pious pawn because of the death trigger. I mean, they can, but it's not a good trade for them. Yeah, okay, they just oh, come on, I had 4 lands and 14 spells in the deck, and I did draw the 4 out of 18 odds. What's that? 5 times that is 20 out of 19. It's like a 22% chance or something like that. Really, really, really bad. And they have this thing as a death toucher now. Can I even attack with the pious pawn? I'm gonna do it probably. Well, no, I can't actually do it. I'll play one of the lands. I don't have that much blood token generating here, but man, now I have 3 lands and 17 spells. Sorry, 14 spells and 3 lands. Circle of Confinement dealing with the Headless Rider. Okay. But I guess the pious pawn is still doing some work unless they have like a Cigarra's imprisonment on that one too. The amount of cards they have drawn from this is insane. And the amount of lands I have drawn is also insane. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3 in here, 4, 5, 10, 14. I have 17 lands in my deck. So that is really 3 out of 17 are lands only. How many lands do they have in graveyard? 1 in graveyard, 1 in exile. So this is 8, 10 lands total. They might have a land in hand, of course. Okay, now the Gargantua will be actually fine because all of these, all of them sacrificing any of them will be like at least fine. So now I will attack with the pious pawn. See if they're gonna probably just take 6, but them taking 6 is still fine. And now I will do this, sacrifice a token. Now I know I can sacrifice the pious pawn, but it's too valuable here, I think, against them. So I'll do this instead. They sacrifice one of the death touchers, I think. Just please don't draw anything that's interacting with my big creatures. And I think I still would have some chance. Lifelink on there is not that big of a deal. They can make it Death Toucher, so they will draw another card with the Markov Purifier here, but not much I can do about it. Yeah, this Purifier has done them so much work. I don't even want to know how many cards they have drawn from it. It's way too much. Way too many lands. Sorry, way too many cards. Oh, come on. I drew one of the... So here's the thing. 3 turns ago, I had 18 cards in the deck. Now I have 15. And at that point, when I had 18 cards left in the deck, 4 of the 18 cards were lands. And now it turns out 3 turns later, out of those 4 lands, 2 of them were in the top 3 cards. Now my deck has only 2 lands left there. And I just drew 2 lands. I drew half the remaining lands in 3 doorsteps. I can't attack even with this guy now. Guess I'll just play this, whatever. I guess I can have the magma, very big magma, whatever the X equals. I mean the red X. I can make it into like a 9/9 by playing the swamp, and they have a fucking, sorry, blood fountain here to refill everything. Yeah. Okay. I wish if they just could even draw like a, I don't know, random creatures, but they had to draw the blood fountain here now, which is just amazing. They get 2 of these things back. Okay. I guess I try to draw like the magma, whatever. Problem is that they can get the courier bat. Yeah, they can get more cards. Yeah, well, they chose not to do that, but this is also gonna draw them a lot of cards. Now, of course, they can. I guess they can deck out, but they will draw the rest of the deck. in this game. And I need to just draw. I mean, I can't draw one of the 2 lands now. 13 spells, 2 lands. Please don't be a land. The value the opponent has gotten from their deck is so insane. They chose to sacrifice the Fellstinger. I guess it was the most reasonable thing to sacrifice there, but let's draw a spell, please. Okay, I got the Magma Pummeler. So there's that. So I guess I'll just attack with the Pious Pawn here. And this thing says, if damage would be dealt to Magma Pummeler while it has counters on it, prevent that damage and remove that many counters from it. And when one or more counters get removed, deals damage, that much damage to the target. So it means that Death Touch won't kill it, because the Death Touch damage will be prevented. So I'm gonna play this with x equals 9. This was my 1 out. Now the opponent has a lot of cards in their hand, so if they can deal with the Magma Pummeler, which they could do with a bunch of different cards, I think I will lose the game. But this is at least giving me a chance if they don't happen to have. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. They had it. I lost the game. Didn't really care about the rest of the game anyway. That was just as frustrating as it could be. The Markov Purifier. This just won them the game. They drew like a 5 or 6 or 7 cards from it or something like that. Okay, is my Vampire's Vengeance gonna be good? It kills the 3/2. It kills this when it's not transformed. This kills this. Yeah, I think the Vengeance is quite good. It doesn't kill or deal damage to all of their stuff, but I think it's the thing I want to have. I will play the Fearful Villager and maybe the Lightning Wolf. It seems like I don't want to have these 2/2s. I think that both the Celebrants will be bad against the cards they have there, but I will put the Vampire's Vengeance number 2 in the deck as well. How about the Aim for the Head? Anything a zombie here? Well, that's that thing. That's a zombie. Not a lot else though. I don't like the Cemetery Gatekeeper either, but what I also don't like is, well, I guess I'm gonna play the Mindless Goal instead of this Gatekeeper. It at least has some utility. And now I'm at 8 zombies, but I need to cut one more card, which is gonna be, don't really know. What should it be? One of the belligerent quests, maybe? Okay, one of them. That's fine. And this is fine. Get the mountain with this. There's the Minister. I'll just play a 2/2 here. I do have 2 Vampire's Vengeance in the deck, which will be dealing with this thing. Okay. Well, I guess on the next... I hope to draw a land. I didn't draw a land. Because now my Hero's Downfall is, of course, uncastable unless I have a 4th land. And the Thalia will just block many attacks from my guys. I guess I can play the Magma Pummeler, but... Okay, that's... Them having a Thalia there and me not drawing the 4th land. It's a joke. Joke of a game. Yeah, yes, I could double block it, but it's too risky if they have some removal or pump spell or anything. There's the quest. Okay, now I have this thing and I guess I'll just play the wolf. They can still attack with Athalia being a 3 power first striker, but I guess I can't take the damage. I need my Vampire's Vengeance, it would be very nice here. It would kill the goal though. Okay, they can kill the quest. Fine. I'm not exactly in a position to race, but the Rotide Gargantua won't really be that good either. So if I attack without... Yeah, I don't know really. I'll just have the removal up here. Well, that happens. I mean, I haven't been able to attack or do anything. I haven't been able to attack or block, given the curve they had there. Yeah, I'm gonna play these and make them sacrifice one of their stuff. I basically trade my 2/2 for one of these things. It's fine. Maybe it would have been nicer with the Archcall of Thraben being around. Yeah, I would have gotten a trigger from this thing, but maybe it's not that amazing. Probably not. They choose to get rid of the Traveling Minister. Okay, well I'm gonna take the damage because they definitely have something, and I wanna have the bleed dry here. To I mean that's probably gonna be Adamant Will, isn't it? I need a bleed dry for that. Bystander, okay. All that, fine, why not? Let's play this as a 4/4. I can't really leave up mana for the bleed dry only. That would be too easy for the opponent to navigate around that. So I will have more stuff here now. Oh. So they again had the second circle for my Magma Pummeler. I guess if the opponent has it all, it's very good for them, and now they can make this into a Death Toucher, which I can't really help much. And then I can play the Archgall of Thraben, and yeah, okay, that's it. That's enough value for the opponent. That was just complete train wreck. I mean, not a train wreck, but the opponent just completely crushed me. I had no chance. I had no good attacks, no good blocks, not anything. They gained life. They were at 30 plus life, and I just completely wasn't having any kind of chance there. Very, very slow hand, but I think I'm gonna keep it. I can be lucky and draw a 2 or 3 drop here to this hand, but on the play having a 4 drop on the as the first thing is not maybe always gonna be that bad, and if I must, I can play this on turn 3 as a 1/1, and then it will trade with 2 toughness creatures. And also I can then sacrifice it for the Gargantua, although them having this 1/1 around here makes the Gargantua really, I mean, not very good. They can just sacrifice the Epicure. They play a Reckless Impulse. I mean, they just lose this. That was a very weird thing to play on turn 2, actually. I mean, they can play the Mountain, but they don't get 2 cards out of this. The only way they could get 2 cards out of this is if they have like a land and at most 3 mana card they want to cast. Well, they did what they did, and I will just choose if I want to use the Pummeler here. I guess just 1/1/1. It's probably not worth it. And sacrificing it on the Gargantua won't be worth it either because of the fact they have this 1/1 they can just sacrifice with, which doesn't really bother them too much. Okay, well, the knife is annoying. They will get blood tokens here, but okay, land was actually good. I need lands with this hand, of course. I wonder what's gonna be the next. They start discarding. Okay, more mountains. Do they have an attack here? If they have like a sure strike. Okay, they discard another. Okay, Undying Malice. So they're looking for a swamp, clearly. Okay. And no sure strike. Hero's Downfall will be good. So I will. This has many, so I don't even have to. Yeah, I think I'll just play the 5/4. I mean, sometimes you just can't play this. I will decline this for now. Dealing 5 is not that relevant. I might want to use this on a card draw, but sometimes you can just play a 5/4. I'm not gonna sacrifice this to trade on the Epic Hero. So this is fine. Now they found the swamp. Okay, that will die. It will die so quickly. I will offer to trade. They might double block the Socialite here. That would be great. Are they considering it? They would lose the Epicure for no reason. Okay, interesting. Use the more expensive card. Although I might want to exile something, but I might want to exile this. They could have some ways to bring it back from the graveyard. Well, they do get the blood token here, but that's fine. And now what I have in my hand is a great removal spell, a great 6-drop for which I do have mana, and the Magma Pummeler, which will be the better the more mana I will get. And on the battlefield I have a 5/4 and a 3/3 menace, which threatens to be a 5/5 by sacrificing this blood token. So now I'm of course in a very good shape. I don't think the double block they made was really that great. I mean, I wouldn't have attacked with this, of course, if I didn't have a way to make the double block a bad choice. Okay, they can. That's not really good when your opponent is. I mean, I have basically. Okay, they have the Recluse, which they must use to. Well, no, this is just a victory now because this will be, of course, a. I mean, it will be a 5/5 because I will sacrifice the treasure token here. Oh, that's 10. Okay. So they are black-red, a lot of vampires, which means I'm not gonna have my vampires vengeance. There's not much to vengeance. A revenge against the vampires. Now they do have like a blood servitor. They have the Ragged Recluse. So some cards that will die to the add 2 damage effect, but it's not enough. So vampires, vengeance goes away, and do I want to play Fearful Villager, another 2-drop, maybe the Mindlit's Goal, maybe the Lightning Wolf. Don't really know. They are quite aggressive, so I could see playing the Gluttonous Quest. It can block so much of their stuff, actually. No, I didn't want to press that. Okay, so although the Fearful Villager is a reasonable enough blocker as well. Actually quite tough. I also could maybe lose the Curse of Hospitality, but I wanna try it. I haven't been able to use it at all in this event. It's in my deck, so I wanna try it. I like the first striker. Okay, then. Don't really know. I could just play another 2-drop too, but it's just a 2-mana 2/2 so much. So often, actually. Okay, I'll take the Fearful Villager, and that's it. I guess if I lose this game, I can sideboard differently for game number 3. Okay, that is fine-ish. Okay, got to thin my deck a bit, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands. So I have 9 lands and 20 spells left in the deck. Should be a very good chance to get more spells. Okay, what is the... so it could be the quest or it could be the Headless Rider I'm gonna play here. I like the fact that I could be making some blood tokens with this thing. Yeah. Not blocking. I guess I could block still. But now. Okay, well, I will trample over that thing. No 4-mana card in here. Oh, they have the 1-mana to kill spell, don't they? No, they did not. Okay, fine. So, seems like I'm losing my voice here. I can play a 3-mana card and then maybe discard a land to draw a card. Although with the 6-drop in my hand, I don't quite like that plan so much. I'll play the Headless Rider. And then think about the discard a bit later. Now they can exile that. Well, that's unfair. So they could have so they had the exile thing. So interesting. Assuming they just didn't draw this card, that was actually something I could have. I mean, did they not kill this thing? I don't know. Okay, Anja's has to be dealt with. So let's actually discard the mountain here now. Kill this, and then I need to leave this thing as a blocker, and I can just lose if they just get to deal with that too. No, that is bad. The Minister is not great, but I guess I could play like both of these, but it's just so bad. I mean, to double block it, I will lose both of these guys. But I guess I have the Pie Spawn, which will be able to maybe 2-for-1 them too. It's possible. They have all these blood tokens. Yeah, I think I've lost this game. I just I mean, I could take 4 here, but And then I take another 4 because then I would... How does it go actually? Double blocking is such a bad idea if they have any removal. But I guess if they have like a removal or a sure strike, I'm gonna lose anyway. I don't beat that kind of stuff, so I will actually double block if I get rid of it with that. If this works, it's fine. Yeah. Okay, so aim for the head doesn't have a lot of targets there. Kind of like the idea to have the wolf now. Maybe not the fearful villager. Okay, let's take the wolf instead, and then I will still play the Curse of Hospitality. Am I going to do that? Yeah, I'll do that. Let's have something that has a 2-drop, because my deck has a lot of 2-drops. I don't want to miss the turn 2 play all the time, but I guess I'll keep it because I do have the Hero's Downfall here. And I'm gonna get the Swamp right away for it. I know I have the Magma Pummeler too, but it's more important to get the Hero's Downfall early. Okay, I did draw a 2-drop here. They can exile it, but that's fine. They can use the Flameblessed Bolt on that. No big deal. Now I just need to draw a 4th land to play my 4-drops. Okay, that's fine too. So next turn I can play the Hero's Downfall if I don't draw my 4th land. And I will of course trade with the Recluse if they attack. Put it into my graveyard. No. I would want to have a mountain, but I wanna have the 4-drop happening too. So wolf or the digraph. I guess the wolf is better now, it has more power. Impulse getting them. Oh, they have Dormant Crow in the deck. Well, they can next turn play the Bleed Dry, but they lose the Dormant Crow there. Let's just attack with this thing if they wanna trade that into a... They even don't want to. Anyway, I'll do this now. I will lose one of these guys. But it's fine. I guess that's also all their turn. They use the 4 mana on the Bleed Dry there, and that's it. Oh, Curse. Well, it's time to play it. I might exile a land. So, yeah, I get a trample for all my creatures too. So this will work even if they block. Nice. And I'd really want them to have a land, ideally a mountain. Because I can play also land with this thing. May play that card, so that's the key word. If it said may cast that spell, then you couldn't play lands. But with the word play, I can play if it's a land and cast it if it's a spell. I guess it could be a 1 mana spell too, but I just want to hit a land here for sure. But it is a 1 mana spell, so this is until the end of turn, so I can... Yeah, it doesn't do anything now, but it's funny that it was a spell I could have cast. It just didn't do anything there. Pointed discussion, okay, they draw 2. Can they kill the Scavenger? Aberrate maybe? I get to use the Curse of Hospitality in the final game of the event. Oh, with the Flameblessed Bolt I'm gonna be in a good shape here. So let's attack and they will double block, and then I will punish them by killing this thing, which now it won't even become into a zombie. So, and I will trample over 1 damage because Death Touch plus trample is great. So I will get to trigger the curse. I can play 4 mana spells or land if it's a land. And it's a mountain which I needed. Now, yeah, I just have the hero's downfall up now. Pretty good stuff here now. Of course, if they kill this thing, it's not so great for me. But I can at least play a 4/4 Magma Pummeler in that case. Okay, they get a bunch of blood chokers. Now, they lost one of these Undying Malices. Are they gonna have another one? Well, no, they will just have that there. Okay, so pass, kill. I'm getting value out of this Curse of Hospitality, a lot of value. This thing, and I can play a 4/4. Now they have a lot of blood tokens to find other things, but now they also need to do something, play some stuff on the board. Not easy for them now. They have to discard some useless Bloody Betrayal. Not really a very good card in this situation. I mean, it will be good if they are gonna be having a if they have an aggressive start. Of course, it will be good in that case. But okay, Might Lich Goal won't be happening. Let's just attack. See what happens. Okay, that's fine, but I will trample over 1 damage still. And I will trigger the curse here. Just a land, okay, okay. Well, I played a goal. I could make them exile the final card in their hand, but with the blood tokens, they're gonna have something good on the next turn anyway. I'd rather have this 2/2 here to attack with. But yeah, that was a lot of lands now. Some of them are theirs, of course, but well, I'm at 22. I have time before they can stabilize. But with the blood tokens, they can find something that they can use to stabilize. The Might Lich Goal isn't that great, in fact. Was I supposed to use it to make them? I don't know. Okay, Wedding Invitation, bye-bye. The Diecraft Scavenger is great with this thing, so as long as they don't find a removal spell on it. Okay, well there's the Ange, but it doesn't have like first strike or anything, so I'm gonna be able to... Oh man, just a land. Come on, not like this. Well, I'm gonna get one more trigger from the curse for sure, because if they double block it, that would be so great for me. So they are not gonna double block. Because they would lose both of the creatures if they did that. And if they lose Ange, that would be great for me. But man, this draws. Come on, not a land, please. They have 2 Anges. What the heck? I win the game now, but they have 2 Anges in the deck. And I got the other one. Holy crap. So, sack this. And sack the Mind Lich Goal and they will lose the game. Okay, they have a double Ange deck. What a deck. I don't think they can gain life with this one swamp they have available, can they? They can discard a card. They need 2 for this thing. So this should be victory, yeah. Alright then. What a way to win. I guess the Curse of Hospitality ended up being the card that allowed me to win here, because without this, if this was like a 3 mana 3/2, I would have been in trouble against the multiple Anges. Well, a fun end to the event. It wasn't a 3-0 result, but it was a 2-1, and then that final game, beating them with their own Ange, while they had already drawn 1 Ange and they had on the battlefield. It's just a fun material that is, and then look at this, an on-theme uncommon reward too. So anyway, point is that sometimes you just have these kind of fun things you are going to be able to remember for quite some time. Because sometimes in Limited these kind of weird things happen. Alright, so this was a pretty standard deck. I mean, black-red removals, creatures. I had some, maybe more than an average amount of zombie synergies, but I didn't really get to benefit from them too much. The one game where I had a lot, the Headless Rider and the other zombies, I just wasn't able to really attack with them or block with them because opponent had the creatures to, just better creatures, they're bigger creatures. But yeah, I think I've grown to like the Pie Spawn. Problem is that the 6 mana cards are, of course, well, they are 6 mana cards, and not all decks want to have them. So of course, if I would have like the 4/4 menace for 5 that creates 2 blood tokens, I would always play it over the Pie Spawn. But this is still a fun card. The death trigger is really it is a significant thing. Magma Pummeler got sadly dealt with too easily, but this can also be a nice card when you play it with X equals 4 or more. And it's still passable, even at 4 mana, it's a 2/2 that will basically trade with a 4 toughness creature. If it has, at least 2 power. Yeah, this not, well, it's a 2/1 first strike for 2, which is not amazing, but fine. Well, it's a mythic rare for my collection, so that's what it is. Nothing really else to say about this deck. But maybe one thing, the Curse of Hospitality, it seemed to be quite good. So it is a 3 mana thing that doesn't affect the board in any way, but if the game isn't if you have time to cast this is really decent. Because the fact that it gives your creatures trample basically, because, well, they won't have trample other than when they are attacking the opponent, but that's the only time when it really matters in this set. So I think I will play the Curse of Hospitality in my future decks too, if I happen to pick it. But yeah, let's just finish the event now, and next video actually will be an interesting one, because I'm not sure if I have to play one more Premier Draft. Let's see the ranking. So it was around, I think it was like 10 hours ago when I finished my Premier Draft, and I went to rank number 700, or was it 701 or so. So in like around 10 hours, I have dropped a bit over 50 steps in here. So of course, if I get too close to the 1200 spot, I need to play a Premier Draft to try to improve this rank. But the next time I'm gonna play, it will take, well, wait a minute, there's a night. I will go to, it's now midnight here, so I'll go to sleep, and then I go to work, and then after work I might play. Yeah, so the thing is, next video will be either a Premier Draft, if my rank, makes it so that I have to try to rank up still, or if it's not, I mean, if the rank is fine and I can sit on my rank, I will have actually a traditional sealed event, because that's still available here for a bit, where it is here, because I want to play another sealed deck event of this format before it goes away. So either Premier Draft or sealed deck event next. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.